What's up, y'all? This is Coach Vassar. Welcome to the OTF Audio Daily Beats. As always, if you're new to these, thank you for tuning in as I ramble about these workouts. If you find value in them, you can support me with the information in the description below. If not, no pressure, no harm, no foul. Keep listening until you do find value, and then throw a couple bucks for a coffee my way. This is going to be Wednesday, October 9th. This is also going to repeat on Saturday, October 19th. This is going to be a switch template, and we're going to see endurance on the treads, strength on the row, and power on the weight floor. We'll break down the tread stuff, rower, weight floor, and then any changes that we'll see in 3G. So for key concepts on the treads, we are on the treads twice today. We're going to focus on endurance. It's all about pushing you. So your push is going to be your priority. We're going to adjust your base as you need to make sure heart rate trends towards that green. The rower, you are on the rower twice today. Your goal is to keep your stroke rate between 20 up to 22 strokes per minute. So 20, 21, 22. 3 numbers, that's it. And you will have dumbbells at the rower as well. And then on the floor, it's all about power. We're gonna see load and explode. We're gonna focus on 2 different floor blocks. Each block loaded, remove the load, and add power. So when we look at the treads, I'm gonna do both tread blocks, kind of break that down sequence-wise, and then talk about the rower and weight floor. The format here, if people start on the treadmills, they'll do tread, floor block, tread, floor block, and they're done. Get on the floor, floor, tread, floor, tread. There is 2-minute transitions to rotate the room, so just be aware of that. So have a little bit of hustle and bustle, set that as a priority during the lobby intro, and command the room. One thing I like to do is I don't wait for them to start setting up the weight floor. I just start setting up. If they're not at that if they're not at their station and they're paying attention, that's on them. So on the treads, block 1, we're gonna see 10.5 minutes. We're gonna be seeing a 90-second push followed by a 90-second base, a total of 4 times. After 4 of those, we finish with a 1-minute push into a 30-second all out. I lied, 3 of those, 3 times. So push base, push base, push base, and then 1-minute push, 30-second all out. There's our 10.5 minutes. Key thing here is that 90-second push, power walkers 6% or greater, joggers and runners, they could go right in the middle, 1 to 1.5 or more over their base. Bikes and striders, they'll probably go 3 or 4 gears over their base. And what we want to do is hold that, maintain it every single time, and then if it's an aggressive push, make sure they scale back a little bit on that base. If it's a more conservative push, maybe they maintain their base no matter what. But we want to make sure that the heart rate trends downwards, at least a few beats per minute lower by the end of that base before they hit that next push. We look at block 2, same setup, but now the push is 1 minute, base is also 90 seconds. And now we see 4 rounds of that push base combo. And then the 5th round is a bonus with a 1-minute push into that 30-second all out for the 11.5 minute block. Same goal here, so maintain their push intensity they start and then adjust their base as they go through the block. Because the push is shorter, maybe they increase what they do compared to the first block. However, at the same time, the second block on the treads, they also went to the weight floor prior, so legs might be a little fatigued, so maybe holding that same speed will be the perfect challenge for them today. When we look at the weight floor and the rowers, we're gonna see 2 blocks within the 10.5 or the 11.5 minutes. The first block for the floor is gonna be 4.5 minutes. They're gonna see a load and explode and then a core exercise. They wanna do the first 2 movements back to back, rest until they're ready, and then do the core exercise, and then they'll repeat. We're gonna see a dumbbell alternating lateral lunge for 8 total reps, trying to go heavy here, right into a speed skater. So same lateral motion, but now they jump left to right. A good option for this one is to keep that alternating lateral lunge, but now go body weight and work on tempo. So go down slow, explode on the way up, go down slow, explode on the way up. For the low plank hip rock, they're on their forearms, hips are rocking left to right, keeping that core braced as I do that, and they'll repeat. For about 4.5 minutes, they should get at least 2, maybe 3 rounds in. During the second 90-second base on the treadmills, that's when you're gonna take the weight floor, shut them down, explain the rower block, and then send them over to the rowers. They will take dumbbells with them. They're gonna need a set of dumbbells that they could do 10 bicep curls with. And what they're gonna do is they'll do a bicep curl, and then they have, from that front rack position, alternate and reverse lunge. So lunge, lunge, and then lower down, curl, lunge, lunge. And then they're gonna do a 150-meter push row, but that's strength focused, so 20 to 22 strokes per minute. The goal here is to maintain that push intensity. So as they do that 20 to 22 stroke rate, have them pay attention to either their wattage or their split time and make that consistent throughout. Another way to do it is also like, hey, count your strokes. Can you match your stroke count or maintain the intensity as we try to do it in one less stroke? After they finish that, then we'll switch the room. The second floor block, we are gonna see still lower body work. We're gonna have the goblet alternating transverse squat. So dumbbells here, they're gonna step around the corner, hit 1 rep, come back, step around the corner, hit the other rep, come back for 8 total reps. And then we pair that with the 90-degree pop squat. A good option for that one is to do the step out squat and just no jump, step out, go down slow, pop up quick, no rotation for that. And then their core movement is gonna be the lean backward twist. So body weight, legs are extended, they're leaning back, they should feel the abs engage, and then they twist left to right, slow and controlled. If they wanna do a dumbbell for added resistance, they could, but personally, if you do this right, it's a good little ab movement. And then for the rower, it's gonna be the same setup. They'll do a dumbbell exercise, 150-meter push row, rest, and then repeat. With that 4 minutes there, probably only 2 sets. They're gonna grab some lightweight because they need to do a front raise into an upright row for 6 reps. So think about what they could do for that front raise. That's probably all they really need. They do the dumbbell exercise, hit that row a couple times, and then the finisher is going to be the curl to alternate in front lunge from the first row block. Like I said, the 2G is a switch template for that, so there'll be a lot of back and forth. So preload the wipes if you're able to. Remind members to hold on to their wipes, don't toss them right away, keep them, and then grab wipes as they need to. Now the 3G is not a switch template. So treads is gonna be a 14-minute tread block. Rower and weight floor, we are going to see 3 blocks over there. On the treadmills, we're gonna see a 90 push, 90 base, 4 times, and then a 90 push into a 30-second all out to finish out that block. Same idea as the 2G, maintain their push intensity, and then lower base to make sure heart rate gets that recovery, trends towards that green between each push. When we look at the rowers, they're gonna have 4.5 minutes with a 90-second recovery between each one. So this is gonna be, that recovery is gonna be during a treadmill base. It'll be on the second, and then the 4th base is when we'll be doing those transitions to set up the next block. In block 1, the rower, we're gonna see a med ball exercise into that 150 push row. In block 1, the movement is gonna be a split squat hold with tricep extensions. They're hitting 8 on each leg, and then that same 150 push row that we saw in the 2G. Blocks 2 and 3 are the same thing except for the movement changes. You still have, or block 2 is the same thing, but movement changes. We're gonna see a squat to upward rotation. So med balls here, they squat down. As they come up, they rotate, press overhead, reset, and then squat, press the other side. They'll do 8 on one, 8 on the other, hop on that rower, crank out that 250 push row. And then the 3rd block. Now it's gonna be timed. They are gonna do this during that final 90 push, 30-second all out that the treads do during their tread block. Goal here is to maintain that stroke rate for the entire 2 minutes. So even during the all out, it's a strength focused all out. So we don't want to see a high stroke rate. It's lower stroke rate, all out leg drive. So really explosive on that way back, highest watts possible, and then load up on that return and then drive back hard to fight that water. When we look at the weight floor, we are going to see the same 2 blocks over there. So you have the alternating lateral lunge with the speed skater paired up, and then the plank hip rock for block 1. Block 2, you have the transverse squat and the pop squat with the lean back for that. And then the 3rd block, we are just gonna do the bicep curl to front loaded alternating reverse lunge for 6 reps. They'll rest, and then they'll repeat that again. And then their finisher is just the increase intensity for the final 30. So just keep working. And that's the 3G. Like I said, no switch for the 3G. The 2G definitely does switch. So time is of the essence with those 2-minute transitions. Hold people accountable. If they're not ready, you start forecasting, get them set up, and hopefully that gives them that hustle to move a little bit quicker. That's all I got for you guys. Have a good one. Coach it down, and let me know.